essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is Unapologetically Progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. What up, baby?
Even get an answer.
Oh, he got an answer, all right.
I tried to call, but my power let me die.
All the maternity ward is positive.
And I'm sitting here with this blank expression.
We'll be paying a little bit more child support, brother. Stay tuned.
And the way I feel, I want to curl up like a child.
Speaking of child.
I know you can hear me. I know you can feel me.
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. I'm going to let a verse run, but there is no verse in this song, really. No. It's like a hook, a whole lot of beats, and a whole nine, right? That is last night. Is that Diddy and the Fam? No, it's not.
Is that Dirty Money?
Dirty Money and Diddy.
Is
That's
that?
what it is. It's not Dirty Money either?
No, is it just 50? Or, excuse me, Diddy?
It's a Diddy album.
I know it's a Diddy album, but is it Diddy and the Fam?
No, it's not. Play. Can you guess the year?
Well, it's post-2010, so I'm going to say...
Actually, no.
No!
Who's featured on the song?
I thought it was Dirty Money. I guess not.
Robin, who's featured on the song?
If I told you...
I'm trying to think about whose voice that is. Whose voice is that?
I don't know.
That's Keisha Cole.
Oh, Keisha Cole.
So when did Keisha Cole kind of,
2005.
That's good. That's it. That's a 6?
6, maybe?
Wow.
Okay.
That song came out 16 years ago.
Wow.
We getting old up in here. Like, real talk, though. Then it tripped you out when somebody said, I was born in the 90s. And you go, man, what was that, 20 years ago? No, that was 30 years ago! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Insanity. By the way, Janet Jackson announced her concert today. I peed a little bit. There's a little trickle. Just a little bit. But those tickets go on sale tomorrow. I can't afford them.
Hey, Daddy, well, all you got to just say is be like, this is Danny Morrison.
No.
Mr. Cha-Cha Slide.
No, come on. Are you rebranding me tonight?
I'm rebranding you. You're no more Thirst Trap Morrison.
Did we burn it up on Saturday? I burn it up?
Y'all both killed it on Saturday.
Okay.
And that's why I gave you the nickname. For those of you who haven't peeped it, you can go on YouTube, KBLA 1580. And you can rewatch, the celebration for Karen Bassett. You can see Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers do their thug thizzle. And you'll see the reason why I have rebranded Thirst Trap Morrison to Mr. Cha-Cha Slide.
Come on now.
But all you got to say is, Danny Morrison, I need some tickets. I need some tickets to the concert.
I want Janet to give me tickets. And then give me a baby. But right now, let's jump into the Rob Report. Andy, come on, let's go.
You ready?
Queen of Royal Bad.
It's time for the Rob Report with Robin Ayers. Highlighting people and things you should know about. From entrepreneurs and entertainers to money and meditation. Robin's got you covered.
Get out of here.
Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Rob Report on the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
I feel like I just caught that. You said you want Janet to give you a baby. Huh.
Could she? How old is Janet
She
now?
will not. She will not.
55?
But she won't. She will not.
Why wouldn't she?
It ain't
A baby?
She's not giving you a baby, but I know who just gave somebody else a baby.
Sure.
Diddy dropped the bomb today. He really surprised everybody, including his boo, I think, Carisha, Young Miami from City Girls. He and Carisha have been dating But they're not exclusive. They both have said that they've just been dating. But he also spends a lot of time with Daphne Joy, which is 50 Cent's baby mom.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody knew that this other girl was going to come out the blue having a baby by Diddy in October. And apparently this young lady lives in California. She is 28-year-old Dana Tran.
Fire.
Who goes by Dana T. She's beautiful.
She's
28 years old.
Cybersecurity.
She's a cybersecurity specialist. I mean, her life has changed. Well, who is this woman? We don't know. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Now, I bet you how Twitter works is Twitter will go and start looking at old videos and being like, there she is in the background or whatever. But no one ever knew about this woman, so it took everybody by surprise. This is now his seventh. And her name is Love Sean Combs.
Of course.
Which you guys know he goes by Love now as well, which is just took everybody by surprise. But I guess congratulations to Diddy for that. No comment?
How does a billionaire have sex without a condom?
I don't think it's about that.
It is about that.
I don't think so.
Why would you do that? Why would you sacrifice yourself like that?
Maybe well, first of all, we don't know the relationship he has with her. Clearly, but that's my whole point. I know it's sort of like secretive, but maybe it's protecting. Who knows? Who knows?
I just don't understand it. Diddy is 50. Almost Diddy.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with this whole Nick Cannon conversation we've had on this show multiple times. Everybody say, he got the money and he got this and he sees his kids. Like, Mariah Carey begs to differ. Came out recently and said, I wish he would see his kids. It's really difficult to do it with that many children spread around with that many women.
Well, let's be clear. He has 6 kids, but several of them are grown, right? The youngest, I think, are the Combs twins, the two, or they have another sister who's right around the same age. But I mean, his kids are, for the most part, grown. So, can he afford to have financially? Sure, and time-wise, maybe. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm just going to say congratulations. I'm not going to hate on it. I don't know what their situation is. Hopefully a good one. All I know is this Dana Tran girl, she's
fire, make no mistake.
She's winning, and it looks that way.
But what does that see? We can't do that. That's where society is headed right there. She's winning. What does that mean?
She had a beautiful baby.
She had a beautiful baby by a rich man? Does that mean she's winning?
Nope. You put words in my mouth. I'm saying she has a brand new baby, and it is with Diddy, but it has nothing. It's not banking on him. She's a cybersecurity specialist herself, so she's already winning. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the girl has got it going on. She's not just some, girl, some groupie who he met. I mean, she's doing her own thing. So I got to give her credit for that.
I'm just troubled by the fact that, and I'm not trying to play morality police because I am not innocent. Okay?
Yeah, because you be doing that.
Hey, what was that right there? What was that?
You be doing that.
Did y'all see that drive-by just now?
You be doing it.
Officer, did you get the plates on that?
All right. What?
My point is what I'm making is I don't want us to normalize this kind of behavior.
What kind of behavior?
Young people, I don't want them thinking, I'm going to just have a baby with that kid. I don't want us ever normalizing that. And I know I sound old when I say this. And like I said, I ain't innocent. But we cannot get to the point where we say, see a rich man, have a baby by a rich man, and she winning. I'm really pushing back against
I think you're twisting what I just said.
No, that's what I see on Black Twitter all day.
Well, here's the, and I don't.
She had a baby by Diddy. She's balling right now.
Well, no, I think that it's different. The other thing about it is that just because someone is a millionaire or a billionaire or famous, well-known, whatever the case may be, they have to have children as well, right? They have to fall in love as well. They have to go on with their life. And fine. You know what I'm saying? Who are we? Because you're going to have a baby anyway at some point. So somebody is going to be in that position. Somebody's going to be. So we can't knock it all. Like, I mean, that is kind of winning. At the end of the day, your baby is going to be taken care of for, life. Not to say that you may not be winning because you may not get the relationship out of it, but at least, your baby is going to be taken care of. Hopefully this was in a love type of situation,
Hopefully.
Yeah, we don't know.
Is that the trade-off? At least she's going to be taking care of the baby.
Well, the baby, hopefully, it's maybe not the trade-off. but I think that's included. Hopefully she is in a position to take care of her baby. That's the hope. The hope is that any woman who has a baby by anyone who has money or has fame or whatever is able themselves to take care of their baby.
Well, she's probably balling. She's probably 6 figures herself.
She probably is. Let's move on.
Wait, come on.
What other side?
Carisha. We gonna talk about Carisha? Come on, we ain't gonna talk about Carisha.
Carisha, Young Miami.
Come on.
What do you want to say about Carisha?
I feel bad for her for the first time.
I think someone said it best. We don't know the behind the scenes of the situation, but a few weeks ago or a month ago or so, she unfollowed Diddy, and all of a sudden she appeared back on social media with like tons and dozens of roses surrounding her. People are assuming that she unfollowed him because she found out the news then, which was back in October is when they had this baby, and that the roses were from him, like a little, apology or makeup, whatever it was, and then they were sort of back to whatever they were. So the guess is that she wasn't surprised today when we all found out that she already knew about it. But her and Young Miami, Carisha, and Academics, you see them going back and forth. Academics is a messy guy. I don't even. He's just messy. He's always in everybody's stuff. Yeah. But basically, he's like, you sound like you're mad. You sound like it's unfair, and I think it's also unfair that people are. The reason I didn't really have anything to say about her is, she's dating Diddy, but they're not exclusive. Right. She made that very clear. They are just having a good time, and pretty much what can you say about that? It's not like he had a baby on her, on his woman. No, y'all just...
Those tweets say otherwise.
Y'all chilling. But the tweets aren't really reality. Well, her tweets? What is she saying that makes you feel that way?
That's when she was going off on Academics. And, he wouldn't even look at some of y'all bees, the way he looks at me and blah, blah, blah. It's like, she's hurting.
I don't know. I feel like that's her comeback, because if you line me up like that, if you start coming for my throat like that, I'm coming at all of you. I'm coming at all of you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can handle it one of two ways. You can either just be like, all right, and you can just close your social media app and then just get off. Or you can just start going, and knowing her, how she is, her usually like, I'm going to tear all of you guys up. So I think that's what it is. I think she's trending because everybody is like, poor Carisha. But at the same time, my logic says you are not his woman. That is not your man. He did not have a baby on his woman. So, all is fair game, in my opinion.
Does she stay or go? Last question.
I don't know. It depends on, I don't know the behind the scenes. It's hard to make that type of.
What do you think?
She is going to stay, in my opinion.
I do.
I think she's going to stay. I mean, because why wouldn't she? If she left him alone, I think it's a telltale sign that she really wants more and he's not ready to give her more or something like that.
Woo! That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. I just want to hear your.
I don't know if that's the truth or not. I'm just saying, if she left now, it's sort of like you're telling on yourself. You should just stay.
Yeah, if you stay and go, look, hey, that's his life. This is my life. We love hanging out with one another. It's nothing more than that. And then people go, man, she is the boss.
Yep. Exactly. But when we come forward, I still want to talk about this story with Mark Curry, because I thought that it's just, he laid into some people at a hotel and he let us all see it. So we'll play some video from him. We won't play all of it because he starts to go off on a little bit of it when we come forward. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefit concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair of tickets. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like Biz Camp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talents, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse. They are this week's KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. The Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse, and part of the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Congratulations.
Nacho fries are back at Taco Bell. You know, the fries covered in bold Mexican spices you dip in a warm nacho cheese sauce. You can also dunk them in nacho cheese sauce or pour the sauce onto a pile of them and create like a nacho fries nachos. The thing is that you eat them with nacho cheese sauce. That's what makes them nacho fries. Otherwise, you're just eating fries and sipping on nacho cheese sauce, and that's the wrong way. Sorry, just really passionate about nacho fries.
Nacho fries are back, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation with
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What is this thing?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady MEI Council.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Your Rob report continues. Who we talking about now?
All right, so here's the deal. Mark Curry calls out a quote racist, aggressive Wyndham Hotel employee in Colorado Springs. And here's the deal. He's sitting in a lobby of this hotel. A gentleman approaches him who works at the hotel, asking Mark if he is an employee, or excuse me, if he is a guest at this hotel. Instead of responding, yeah, right, a quick, yeah, I'm a guest.
Yeah.
He turns on his camera, goes live, and he basically starts calling out this guy. He's like, oh, so you can't be black sitting in the lobby, this man a racist. The gentleman who was accompanying him, another employee, he was, basically.
Yeah, what did he call him? He was a black kid. You're his.
What he said, achievement, did he say? Or assistant?
I can't remember.
I forgot exactly what he said, but we'll play a little bit of the of the video. I just felt like it was unnecessary. I'll put this in the poll as well, and let me know if you agree or disagree with Mark Curry, because I for one disagree with it, but I'll let you decide. Let's go ahead and play this.
All right, so the problem is I'm in a hotel lobby, and this man wants to see. I don't know what's the.
If you're a guest.
Huh?
I'm just asking if you're a guest.
And I'm asking, are you a guest?
I just said no, I'm an employee.
Well, let me see some ID. You got your backup. How you doing, backup? Does he speak?
Got backup.
Hello, backup. John, you've been here for 15 minutes.
No, sir, I've not been here.
I can't be in the hotel lobby.
Mark, answer the question.
This hotel lobby.
Simple.
You cannot be in this hotel lobby if you're black and you're in Colorado Springs.
Oh, my God.
If you're black
and you're Colorado Springs,
and you're in
you can't
Colorado
be in the
Springs.
lobby. Wow. This is crazy, isn't it? So check it out.
So he just turns the camera around in this man's face. I feel like it was just such a simple thing to do to say, yes, I'm a guest. Now, had he told this man, yes, I'm a guest here, and the man continued, let me see your ID, let me see your room key. Yeah, that's a bit different. Now you're sort of like harassing when I already answered your question. Mark had something else to say. He was like, what about all these other people? Go ask them first, right? Because the video Go and see it. Go and see it on his YouTube, and I'm sure you can pull it up. But he says, go and ask all of these other people. But apparently these other people were having drinks. They were, dining. So, but he was the only one sort of sitting there, and he was just felt. What do you think, Danny?
I think you and I are dead on this one. We are such a traumatized people. We're so used to having injustice committed against us. We'll take something that isn't racism and turn it into racism.
That's so true.
It bothers me, but here's the other side of the entire thing. I hate when we misplace calling out racism. From what I saw from the video, the guy was real cool. He was just standing there like, hey, are you a guest of the hotel?
Yeah.
Maybe they got a problem with people coming in there chilling. Maybe they got a problem with people in there using the bathroom and dirtying up the bathroom. Who knows? He was just asking. And Mark would not answer a simple question. All you got to do is say, yeah, I'm a guest. And like you said, you take it a step further. Different conversation.
Could have been different.
So it ticks me off that, man, we got to call out true racism and injustice in those moments. And at the Wyndham Hotel that day with Mark Curry, that ain't one of them moments, man.
Yeah.
And that's why they say we cry wolf all the time. We say everything is racism, even when it's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, they wound up, giving him an apology and saying, they refunded him and that he's welcome to come back to the hotel, on them. All of that stuff. They also said that they're going to be revisiting training for their staff. And so I just don't think it should have warranted all of that. Unfortunately, it Hey, at least Mark Curry, actor, comedian, host Mark Curry will get a free room out of this when he goes back to Colorado Springs.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Mark.
But now we're going to get the side eye every single time we walk into that hotel.
Another unfortunate. And another thing happened at a hotel with Tommy Lee. I'm not going to get into this whole story, but she's from Love and Hip Hop. It was a whole turn-up thing. She got into it at a hotel with a hotel employee, a black hotel employee, and they just had this battle back and forth. She's calling him a coon. He's calling her ugly. I mean, it turned really, really ugly. I don't even like to see stuff like that or especially talk about stuff like that because I'm not going to be one of those people who are perpetuating that. But I think we got to do better. You know what I mean? We just got to do better.
About that incident you just described.
And I can't even play the audio from it. It was over the weekend. I can't play the audio from it because it's so vulgar. If you know anything about Tommy Lee, she is just, she's about it, right? She is a thug walking around in she is a beautiful woman. She's beautiful, but she's been known to be problematic for a very long time. So she gets into a whole thing. Maybe I can try to find like a clean version somewhere and play it for you maybe tomorrow or so. But just, my point is that we got to do better. Speaking of doing better, let's get into some quick news real fast. My goodness, this girl just broke my heart. TikTok, there's a woman who's going viral for, I'm sure you've seen this, she cut her daughter's hair. That made me so mad. I don't even want to play the audio from that because she does get it. She has a little bit of, she's a little vulgar, but she tells her daughter, she's, maybe 12, 13, she's a young preteen or so, tells her daughter that she was, basically warned her. She says that she warned her maybe 3 months ago, or she's been talking. Being pretty is nothing without education. So apparently her daughter has been, all up into herself, into her looks and everything. She had these cute braids in her hair, and then the mom says, "Oh, so you still don't get it? Like you're still, I've been trying to tell you that being pretty is nothing." So she starts to cut her hair basically from the scalp. She cuts off all of her braids, and she says, "I'm not a mom who likes to physically punish my child. But I'm going to do this," and then everybody really tore her to pieces on social media. This is the point. The question is, you said you don't do anything physical to discipline your child, but that is the most physical act, especially for, I think she has a mixed daughter. She's a black girl, So you do something like you cut her, so that you cut her hair, that is a physical act. But not only that, you humiliated her, and she's trying to convince the daughter to says, "You're not embarrassed, huh? You know I did this out of love, huh? You know that I love you, huh?" Like, so she's doing, and then the daughter's like, yes, like I know, like it's literally like robotic. It's really sad, and then people are saying that the problem is that you're teaching her that form of abuse is love, because you're saying you're doing it out of love, but
love ain't supposed to hurt.
Love is not supposed to hurt. Have you ever, you've seen those videos, right, where parents, they try to prove a point on social media with their kid, but they're like, "I'm doing this because I love you," and it's like you're not thinking of the causes, like the long term, causes effects that this is going to have on your kid. Would you ever think of? I don't know what type of discipline you do with your children anyway, but like, is that an acceptable form of discipline for you? Okay.
I used to be a spanker.
Oh, okay.
No longer. I couldn't imagine spanking my daughter. I could not imagine putting my hands on that.
That's a bit different, though. Spanking your daughter, I think it's a little bit different.
I will never do it. But people were tossing around the phrase when it came to that video. I'd love to know what you think. Child abuse. Are you ready to put your toe into that phrase regarding that video? I go, that's tough. A low level of child abuse. I went,
here's the problem.
CPS should be involved.
No, I don't know if it's quite that far. I can't say that based off of one incident.
Yeah.
When I think abuse, I think it's an ongoing thing,
right?
A repetitive sort of like a pattern, right? I don't know about a one-time incident. She really looks like she loves her daughter. She really seems like she will do anything for her daughter. She claims that she spoils her daughter and all of that stuff. I wouldn't so. Child abuse.
I'm with you. I didn't want to go that far, but most people were saying that. They were saying someone should call CPS on this woman. And I go, no, but boy, is it inappropriate. And that's going to mess with that little girl, because those the digital footprint on social media is forever.
That's exactly right.
You don't think that girl's friends saw that?
Yeah.
You don't think they not only saw the hair on her head, the lack of hair on her head, but they didn't give her a hell when she got to school?
Yeah.
That's what troubles me.
And
she's going to be ridiculed until the end of time.
You're right. And I think that even in the future, when she gets past this incident, she's going to look back. Like you said, that digital footprint, it is there. And it's not going anywhere. She'll be able to come across this and be like, man, Mom, like, I think she's really going to have some sort of resentment, about, I don't know if towards her mom, again, we don't know the relationship that they have. We don't know how she's being disciplined over time. But this specific incident, I know that it bothered me. Having daughters as well, I could never do something like that. It is just not that deep. I think that you can find another way for sure to discipline your kids.
I've got her saving grace. Shave your head.
Ooh.
Shave your head. I went too far on this.
That would be nice. I think the problem is she doesn't believe she's wrong. I don't think that she'll ever believe wrong. She's convinced that it's out of love. So, hopefully that was a one-time case and that she will be disciplining her daughter a little bit differently in the future. But right now, we have news and traffic, and when we come forward, we have the question of the day, and it's from Dr. Umar. Ooh! Stay right there and join us when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The Supreme Court will take up a second case on the student loan forgiveness debate. This one comes from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, based in New Orleans. A lower court ruling blocked the program from being implemented. Justices have already agreed to hear a case from the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals, based in St. Louis. The Detroit Symphony Orchestra says an audience member shouted a racial slur during a performance Friday night of a Charlie Brown Christmas is black. The orchestra has apologized but did not say what slur was yelled. Bay Area rapper Too Short is being honored with his own street. Oakland renamed Foothill Boulevard between 47th Avenue and High Street as Too Short Way. The mayor unveiled a sign yesterday following a ceremony at the rapper's former high school, Fremont High School in Oakland. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys. Because unlike other firms, an attorney will negotiate your case, not a paralegal.
Is the pen mightier than the sword?
They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
Central Neighborhood Health Foundation is a full-service network of federally qualified health care centers that serves local communities throughout Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. CNHF clinics provide low-cost to no-cost, compassionate, comprehensive, quality health care, which includes primary care services for chronic disease and diabetes management, pediatric and women's services, preventive care, vision and dental screenings, COVID-19 testing and vaccines, flu vaccines, behavioral health, HIV, and substance use services. Virtual telehealth visits are available from the comfort of your home with highly qualified physicians and medical professionals. CNHF also provides peer support specialist training and help with housing navigation. Central Neighborhood Health Foundation. Your wellness is our priority. Comprehensive care built on trust and respect. For more information, visit cnhfclinics.org or call 213-536-5815 today to locate a clinic near you.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP and attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call me your MVP.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. There is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit CocoSouthLA.org. That's CocoSouthLA.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You could have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I said, tired of getting chased by the police and arrested. Just need a spot where we can kick it. A spot where we belong. That's just for us. Because we ain't got to get all dressed up and be Hollywood. You know what I mean? Where do we go when we die? We know heaven for a thug. That's why we go to Thug Mansion. That's the only place where thugs getting free and you gotta be G. At Thug Mansion. My place has been my quiet night. Time to unwind, so much pressure in this life of mine. I cried times I once contemplated suicide and would have tried, but when I held that high, all I could see was my mama's eyes. No one knows my struggle, they only see the trouble. Not knowing it's hard to carry on when no one loves you. Picture me inside the misery of poverty. No man alive has ever witnessed struggles I survived. Praying hard for better days, promise to hold on. Me and my dogs ain't have a choice. It's about to kick it. When we can drink liquor and know what bickers over the trickish. A spot where we can live on peace. And even though we cheese, we still visualize places. All the pieces in my mind's eye. See this place the players going past. I got a spot for us all so we can ball at Thug Mansion.
Checking out the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA 1580. The conversations continue inside the Raw Report. We have touched on Duty and Carisha and Mark Curry and who we got now.
Now it's Dr. Umar. Woo! He's like your favorite guy. I told you there's not much of him that I can take. I can't take a lot. That's just me and my own personal opinion. He's just so aggressive in his delivery. It's just, it's just a bit much for me.
But he's dropping nuggets, is he not?
Sometimes.
Like I said, 80% of the time I'm with him, and then every now and again
he'll go off on a But really quickly before I get into that, I want to shout out Marcus Atkins, who said regarding the other story, Mark Curry. He says, I think Mark was offended that the guy didn't recognize him. I think that's such a great...
Is exactly right.
That's such a great point. I mean, we don't know, but that's really... Marcus, that was really good. That's really good. Listen, I'm getting ready to play this clip from The Breakfast Club. It was Dr. definitely also talked about polygamy, but I wanted to say this. I put up a poll inside the YouTube chat, so if you are in YouTube right now, go ahead and let me know if you think that he is right about polygamy. You let me know. Let's go ahead and let the man say what the man wants to say. Such a great...
Is exactly right.
That's such a great point. I mean, we don't know, but that's...
rate of men and women, more women than men, then you're going to see a lot more polygyny in action, although unofficial, because there's not enough men to go around. And so I think the moral argument too often is used to cover up very hardcore sociological issues that are not being addressed.
Hold on, let me talk about that, because Dr. Umar, it's rumored that you have more than one wife. I don't know if that's true or not.
I've never been married.
Oh, okay. That wasn't.
But I will have 2 queens.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So is polygamy more realistic?
I think we have to understand that monogamy is not natural to our...
I'm baiting it.
That's when you lost me there, man. This is not only true amongst human beings, even within the animal kingdom. Okay. The alphas tend to have more than one spouse. And if you also look at women, as much as they may chide polygyny, many women will date an alpha male with another woman if she's attracted to him. Just look at the amount of women who date married men, but at the same time say they're against plural marriage.
All right. Settle down. Okay, Danny, clearly you are agreeing with Dr. Umar on this one.
I've said it multiple times on this broadcast. A man cannot stay with one woman unless he's got God in his life. Period. I will never waver from that opinion.
So for you, it doesn't have anything to do with alpha male or like would it? By the way, I wanted to correct myself. I said the Breakfast Club. This was not the Breakfast Club. This was Hell of a Week with Charlamagne. Yeah, so Charlamagne, I forgot. I didn't even hear exactly what he said. He basically called himself not an alpha male because he can't have more than one spouse, right?
Because he got a good woman on his arm that stuck with him through all of his nonsense that he put her through for years.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the way it's got to go.
First of all, I tried to look it up. Polygyny is a thing. It's a word.
Describe it. Because
I looked it up in every type of way. All I found was polygamy. I don't know what this polygyny thing is.
I'll try to.
Did he misspeak? Okay, maybe.
No, polygyny is a word.
Okay, but what is polygyny versus polygamy?
Where's the oracle when you need it? Polygyny, the theory not now generally held that humans evolved from several independent pairs of ancestors, compared with polygenesis.
How does
it says the theory that organisms originate in cells or embryos of different kinds instead of coming from a single cell opposed to I have no idea.
Okay, all right. Well, we go ahead and let that go. I don't know how that applied to polygamy.
He may have misspoke.
I don't know. I mean, he is Dr. Umar, but anyway, I'm not sure that I'm not a male. I'm certainly not an alpha male, right? So I can't necessarily speak to that part. I just don't know that I fall in. I guess I see. First of all, I'll be clear. I can understand where he's coming from. It's similar to. I think that society has formed, their own very strong opinion in our rule, our policy of being being
monogamous. And Nick Cannon said that marriage is a Eurocentric
being monogamous.
concept.
He did that, but I think that's a part of that's what I'm saying. Like that's a policy or a rule that society has come up with. However, it's hard for me to say. I don't know. I do think that he says he will have two queens when I guess he does get married. I feel like this: if you don't want to get married, have as many women as you like, as long as everybody knows what's going on.
Exactly.
But if you choose to get married, then you are choosing societal a concept from society.
Facts.
So then I think that that won't apply then. So for Dr. He is talking about marriage in the future. I think it's absurd really to have more than one wife.
Robin, you said it exactly right. I tell cats all the time, friends of mine too, be single. Just be single. You can have sex with as many women as you want, but they want to redefine what it means to have love and devotion. Because here's what one of them said to me, and I'm paraphrasing.
Break it down.
If you are still coming home every night, if you are still paying all the bills in the household, if you are still doing everything you're supposed to do and having a healthy relationship with your children, and also taking care of your wife's sexual needs, what's the problem? If you got a little something on the side every now and again, everything else is intact, what's the problem? Are you not still devoted to your wife and kids? It's a fair question.
Yeah, no, it is. It's an absolute fair question. I just think that all parties need to be involved. All parties need to know what's up. There's, I feel like you figure out what your life is. If you choose to, I actually follow someone, and I can't believe this. I think I followed this guy for a different reason, but turns out he has two wives. This man and now I haven't unfollowed him because some of the things I see are just fascinating. I'm really fascinated by this it's not even a couple, this threesome, right? And so I don't know. It's just I feel like my perspective is that he likes one more than the other.
I'm glad you said that. Every single time I've seen those situations, one is hotter than the other. One is the homemaker. One is the bed maker.
Well, no. In this case, both women sleep with him. They both wake up to him, but they often do these videos, like funny videos and things like that. One woman has been around very long. Has children with her. I think he has children with the other one as well, but she's, I think maybe 10, 15 years into the relationship, but the other one has been like 20, 30 years or something. But anyway, every time they do the videos and he has to talk to both of them, he sort of directs his attention more to, there's one really light-skinned one, and there's one who's very brown skin, very dark, like melanated. All of them are black. Okay. And he's a dark-skinned brother, too, so he has a dark-skinned wife and a very light-skinned wife. And, oh, my gosh. I throw my phone at you.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no.
What if, we're up against it here. What if one of them has sexual dysfunction and can't perform? And she's like, let's bring her in and she can take care of that. I'll take care of everything. What if?
What if? Hey. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. If everybody is all right with it, then, float your boat.
That's really the moral of the story, what you're saying. If everybody's game, who are we to say that what they're doing is
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yep. And that's it. That's it.
But can you say that they're married under God when they do that, though?
See, this is when we start getting into the nooks and crannies. I mean, the society's concept of marriage, I don't think that they're under. But, I mean, in some traditions, they are. I don't know. Good luck to them people, to you polygamists. When we come forward, we have the motivational moment of the night. I really love this one. This one is dedicated to the men. All right, so stay right there. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The state task force is getting closer to identifying what reparations will look like in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by blackmedia.org. The California Task Force to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans will be conducting its last meeting of 2022 on December 14th and 15th at Oakland City Hall Chambers, beginning at 9 a.m. with time for public comment. Meetings will be live streamed on the task force website or on ETM Media YouTube. Task Force Chairperson Kamala Moore says that the next meeting is of high importance and will include an in-depth conversation about redress and repair. So far, the task force has determined a conservative estimate of 2 million African Americans in California who have ancestors that were enslaved here in the U.S. They are still determining what or how much compensation should be. Let's start the conversation on social media pages at KBLA 1580.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
Special Needs Network Incorporated, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, cordially invites you to Christmas Exchange in the Park, Sunday, December 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Lamert Park, located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. Experience a day of giving, love, community, and support. There will be celebrity guests, arts and crafts, resource fair, and more. Come take a picture with Santa. Enjoy the DJ. This is a free event open to the public Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Don't miss the Christmas Care Exchange in Lamert Park, located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. This is the season of giving, and the Special Needs Network, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, wants to bless you Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be toys for all kids up to 18 years old. Children must be present. See you Sunday. Thanks to our sponsors, Let's Behold, The Butterfly Effect, and SEIU 721, State Council on Developmental Disabilities, Niagara Water, Lakeshore Learning, Puck Schools, Crystal Stairs, Beach Cities, Beta Gamma Nu, Casa Lopez, and Los Fabulocos.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through the 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue. from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
The Rob Report is on fire tonight, and the conversations continue.
Oh, yeah. This motivational moment comes from King J. Barnett. Now, I've been wanting to get King J. He actually said he was going to come on to the show, but we're going to talk about men's mental health, and because this is really what he does. This is his line of work. But he made a post that I thought was just so profound that I thought I would read it for the motivational moment. So it says, you'd be surprised at how many times a man sits in his car, on his bed, in the bathroom, in the living room, and holds his tears in because he's so stressed or lost or confused or hurt or ready to give up. But when he shows his face again, he looks perfectly fine, unbothered, and he still manages to smile and go about his business like nothing happened. Men are some of the most resilient, overlooked, and in the mind underappreciated to go through so much. Can I speak to your spirit for a second? You are the glue that holds everything and everyone together. Your very presence is power. When you speak, it resonates, and yet your silence is deafening. In all that you go through as you are fighting for not only who you are, but who you are striving to be, just know I see you. If you're a man and you're reading this, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you. You can't win the day. When you can't win the day, I see you. It starts from the inside out. That was very, very powerful, and that was by King J. Barnett. And, this always strikes me whenever I hear something dedicated to men and the things that men go through. It's so interesting. I know two huge kind of different sides of a man's story. I know my husband, who has one story, and I really knew my brother's story. Complete opposite ends of the spectrum, right? But still very heavy on both sides, and what they go through is just black men in society. And so when I hear this and hear about how men are stressed and how many times you might go sit in your car and just, want to cry or, confused or feel lost or whatever, but you get yourself together, you pick yourself up, and the next time you appear, you look perfect. And it touched me so much. For any man who's out there who goes through things, just know that you are seen, you are appreciated. And for me, as a black woman, I just try to be light, and try to be helpful wherever I can to everybody, but especially I think I need to make it even a more conscious decision to be available, to talk to, and to be love and light for all black men.
You do it every single time you touch this microphone.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate your positivity, and I ain't gonna make this moment about me, but let's just say that it takes a lot to come in with the stress that I've endured over the last few days and smile on this microphone. It takes everything. But I'm not by myself. There's a lot of cats out there dealing with loss, stressful jobs, stressful marriages, relationships, battles with their kid's mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Child support. You just go down the list.
Yeah.
And take on the day. It's tough sometimes.
You know what? You're right. And but what's interesting is that it goes even further than that. It goes deeper and younger than that. Think about these teenage boys who go to school, who are, I think about those kids who don't want to be like their peers. Like they don't want to be the thugs. They don't want to be the knuckleheads, the class clowns. But, they may feel like they have to be, because they don't want to be clowned or they don't want to be beat up or, whatever the case is. Or they join a gang because they feel pressured or they feel, all the decisions that they have to make, that they feel they have to make out of fear of whatever around them. And it makes me, I really did this at one point, but I feel like I need to do it more. I really need to get myself inside of like that school system.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm kind of working on it. All right, Coach, we're doing some stuff. I love to tag team with you and I go and do what we do.
What we need to do is, I feel like we talked about it before, and I forgot, this was months ago that we talked about it, but we had callers calling in, and everybody you were telling them to email you. People had trades that they can get kind of, some kids involved with, trucking schools and trucking companies and things like that. But I feel like we are in this community. Our voices are going throughout this community for a reason. But we also need to be the ones to take the initiative to do something, to actually do something. 2023 has got to be on.
It's got to be.
It's got to be on.
I was looking at those young, beautiful kings and queens inside the Crenshaw High School marching band on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
I love seeing black excellence that's young like that.
Yeah.
Still ready to take on the world,
Yep.
But I bet there's some pain in that band too.
Absolutely. But I have to say, it made me happy. Because, we were even talking about it then. I mean, I think you and Elston were talking about either wanting to or knowing people who wanted to join, but maybe have been afraid of being clowned joining, the marching band. First of all, they are so bomb, the marching band. I told you about my personal experience when I used to live in Compton, right across the street. I don't know if it was them or kids would go there to rehearse. I don't know. I think it was at the school. But we lived directly across the street. So it was like every night at 5, 6 p.m., something like that, they would just be going off, with drumming and stuff like that. And so it always brings me happiness and like a joy because it just brings back so many great memories. But it also makes me look at these kids like, I'm so proud of you for getting yourself into something extracurricular after school because, number one, you seem like you're very happy about it. Music is your thing. Number two, you're not in the streets doing anything crazy.
And I'll be honest, and this is what Elston and I were talking about on Saturday. Being in a band ain't cool like it used to be. So if you are a young black teenager and you've made a conscious decision to be in a marching band for your high school, you already going against the grain. And I know you're strong by making that decision. I don't care what these fools say. Yeah, I got to put on this goofy costume every now and again and march up the street every now and again. You know what? I love this. And those kids, all of them gonna win.
But you know what? I don't think it's goofy. Here's the thing. I forgot. You asked me if I had ever been in a marching band. I was not in a marching band, but I was on the drill team in my middle school. It's the same thing. Yeah. I was in the drill team, and we did some big things. Like we were in a lot of the parades, and we performed at like one of the big games before.
Wow.
We performed at a big game, and so I know what it's like to be a part of that. Sort of entourage and kind of kicking it with those kinds of people.
But that's cool.
That's cool.
What you were doing was cool.
Why is it not cool for the marching band? The instruments?
I played the trombone from the 3rd grade to, well, you see, you laughing already.
No, it's how you're saying.
A trombone.
No, it's how you're saying it.
And as soon as I got to high school, I got out. Because it just didn't seem cool and sexy. I hate I did that.
Oh, man.
I let my boys and girls, too, by the way, I let them determine what I thought was good for me. Peer pressure was like, Danny, why you? Because I used to walk into school with my big old instrument. Yeah. And it's just, I didn't think it was cool anymore.
Yeah, that hurts my feelings. But, I mean, you turned out all right. You got another instrument now. You got the radio instrument, Danny. That was your raw report.
It took everything in my power to hold that one back.
When we come forward. Oh, man.
Yes, I do. And trust me and believe me when I tell you.
The microphone.
It was very horny back then too.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, it was the French horn. I'm just all right.
When we come forward.
News and traffic right now. We continue on the other side. Danny Morrison Show. Stay there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The Supreme Court will take up a second case on the student loan forgiveness debate. This one comes from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals based in New Orleans. A lower court ruling blocked the program from being implemented. Justices have already agreed to hear a case from the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals based in St. Louis. Could the